guys, welcome to Pizzazz Performing Arts, a performing arts program for primary school age children. Now we are looking at a drama concept today. We are looking at puppetry. Yes, puppetry. You know, it was something when I was a kid I didn't really like it. I think maybe because I actually wasn't very good at it. But as I've got a little bit older, I've really developed a huge respect for the art form. So puppetry is found all over the world in many different countries, in many different types and forms. And we're going to have a look at the very basics today, have a little look at how we can begin the amazing art form that is puppetry. So let's give it a crack.
Puppetry is basically the art form of giving life to an object. So giving life to something that usually wouldn't actually have life, you know, because it's just a boring old object that doesn't have any life in it. And talking about the boring stuff, here are the curriculum links. This information's for your teachers, and this comes from the West Australian curriculum. So teachers, you can have a little pause, have a little read, the idea of the curriculum links here. Everyone else, let us move on to the fun stuff. So we're gonna get straight into it. And the first thing we're gonna do is manipulate an object that totally has no life. So grab a cushion or grab a pillow, and I want you to pause this video and have a chat, have a think, write down some ideas, or just call them out, popcorn answers on what you could do to make the pillow look alive. And we're back. No more discussion. Let's give it a crack. Okay, now there's 3 different things that I reckon you should try to manipulate your cushion or pillow to make it look alive. We're going to add some posture, we're going to add some movement, and we're going to add some sound effects.
All right, here's my cushion. Let's think first off about posture. Now, everyone stands differently, right? So some people are slouched, some people, you know, stand with their chest held high. Well, it's the same thing with your puppet, okay? What am I going to have here? Are we going to have a cushion that's, a bit of a depressed cushion, a bit, saggy in life? Are we going to have a super proud cushion? Are we going to have a cushion that actually is like an animal and actually migrates on the floor? Are we going to have a cushion that's super flopped over? So posture is one thing you need to look at. Once you've decided on your posture, you're then going to look at movement. So if we're looking at movement, if he's like, my sad cushion, how's he going to move? Is he going to walk leg to leg like this? Or is he going to shuffle? Is he going to be a bum shuffler? Or are we going to go for the animal look, where he scuttles? Hey, maybe my cushion flies. Maybe it's proud and it flies rather than walks. Maybe he doesn't touch the floor. Maybe he's like a snake. Maybe he slithers. He's looking a bit more like a slug at the moment, or a commando crawl, isn't he? And so we've looked at posture, we've looked at movement, and then we want to add some sound effects, which I've already started doing naturally, just can't help myself. So you can add in some sound effects. What does his voice sound like? Well, if he's the sad, soppy one that I've been doing, then he's probably going to sound a bit sad and soppy. Or, hey, if he's a happy, zoomy one that flies, he might be like, woo, ooh, bing, ooh, 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 ooh. So those are 3 things you can do to help make your cushion have more life. Posture, movement, and sound effects. Now yours should be totally different to mine. Have a crack at it, experiment. See what you come up with while you're doing that. I might just have a sneeze. So have a little experiment while I have a little breath.
And we're back. Okay, so I hope you just went crazy with that, tried anything. There are no wrong answers. It's all just experimentation. Now, I want you to remember something. A puppet is only as good as the puppeteer operating it. So it doesn't even matter what the puppet looks like. The performance by the puppeteer is what makes the puppet quality. Now, what I want you to do here is have a little watch of a video. The link is there. Have a watch at some professional puppeteers while they talk about their craft. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Always interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes of different movies and TV shows and stage plays, even if you're not familiar with those TV shows or plays. Right, where do we start? Let's get cranking. Let's really get into it now. Well, we're going to start with eye line. And eye line is where your puppet is looking. Now, eye line is the most important thing about puppetry. If you only get one thing right, eye line is what you want to get right because it controls the focus of your audience. If you have a clear eye line, then the audience knows what to pay attention to. The audience knows where to look and they won't get distracted if the puppeteer is actually on stage. It makes the puppet look more real. We're going to practice eye line now with a game called Sniff Around. So you're going to use your hand, okay? And you're going to use your hand to explore the room that you are in. You're going to pretend your hand is from an alien planet. Everything in the room is new and strange and interesting, okay? And your puppet is going to go around and explore and look at things in the room. Now, anyone else who's in the room should know exactly what your puppet is looking at because your eye line should be so strong. Well, the way you make your eye line so strong is you make it look like your puppet is sniffing whatever it's looking at. If your puppet looks like it's sniffing what it is looking at, then your eye line is clear enough. So that's the trick. Make it look like they're sniffing what they're looking at and the audience will be like, boom! I know what's going on with that eye line. So it's time for you to have a try, okay? Pause the video as long as you need to and try it out. Read the tips on the board here that are on the screen. That'll really, really help you out, okay? Now, if you're in a classroom, get your teacher to have a look and pick some standout sniffers at the end to perform for the class. And then you can discuss, hey, what are they doing that made their eye line so clear? If you're working by yourself, nothing wrong with a bit of self-reflection. Maybe video yourself and watch it, or show it to a friend or family member and get some feedback too. Good luck, guys. So that was Puppetry Lesson 1. Let's revise what we focused on in this lesson. Eye line, where your puppet is looking, and this controls the focus of the audience. So eye line was our focus today, but there's more. If you enjoyed this puppetry course, you can move on and start learning some more complex stuff and join me in some more puppetry lessons where we delve into it a bit more, experiment a bit more. Now, if you want to know more now, if you can't wait for the next lesson, well, here we go, guys. Here's some optional extension. You can do it at home or you can do it at school. You can look at how to make your own shadow puppet theatre. So just watch the link and it'll give you all the info you need to know. Hope to see you again in our next puppet lesson, Puppetry Lesson 2. Enjoy, guys.